It's the lively city of Ahmedabad by night, and this is going to be the venue for a very important clash. We're in the western part of India in Ahmedabad and at the gigantic Narendra Modi Stadium, and India will take on South Africa. It's a very strong team. South Africa, the land of the Big Five, the Rainbow Nation, finalists in last year's T20 World Cup, the last edition of the T20 World Cup, and they'll take on the defending champions, India. So we're at the Super 8 stage, and it's the massive clash this between two top teams, and already the atmosphere at the Narendra Modi Stadium quite...
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमालय.
Ahmedabad. So they've got the six batters who've been in good touch. All of them have got a score to their name. Marco Jansen, obviously he brings...
Then Gautam Gambhir and Surya Kumar Yadav said tough to keep Akshar Patel out.
Yes, good evening Ravi, good evening Sean, good evening everybody.
Keep Akshar out. Only reason I can think is there are a lot of left-handers in the South African side, and these are good batting conditions. Just seeing the pitch, it's the black soil pitch. It's the same pitch where India played South Africa in the bilateral sometime in December and ended up being a high-scoring game. So they'll be hoping for it to be a similar pitch. Last time India played on a black soil pitch, it skid a bit, kept a little low.
The field is not at what you would call deep third man, is more like a deep point.
Very interesting to see the pace of this pitch as well, because that will dictate a lot of the field placings that happen square of the wicket. There again, tucking him up. Just seeing the pace of this pitch already. It's a struck outside the line. He was looking to just paddle it round. Thickish outside edge. There again, the odd ball might just stop on the batsman, so you might see some variation in pace from the bowlers. That's in the air, but in the gap, and the first boundary of the innings. A full toss put away.
Yeah, you saw the reaction of Jasprit Bumrah. He was very cross with himself.
Bowled him right through his defence. De Kock hitting across the line, and Bumrah striking in the first over.
Well, having hit that boundary, he thought that he'll go for another one. That is super field placing by the Indian captain. Would have been a boundary otherwise, because it was hit so well.
That's in the air, straight to Hardik Pandya. Set the ball stopping on the batsman. And a double blow here for South Africa. First De Kock, now Markram. That's a long way. It's gone a long way into the crowd. Just picking it up beautifully, Rickleton. And a... chipped in the air, and another wicket goes. Beautifully bowled. This is a master at work.
We heard Gautam Gambhir.
And he'll get something out of the surface, because if the ball's stopping, then normally a spinner does come into play. Outside edge. They need that, South Africa. That's hit over mid-off. So consecutive boundaries. This one with a lot more authority.
One timber.
I'm still struggling to pick that slow one, Dinesh.
No doubt. The coach had high praise for him as well.
Kind of a bank.
Gets it through. You'll hear the silence now around the ground. South Africa pick up a much needed boundary in this power play. Punches, lovely by David Miller. The timing is excellent.
Beautiful timing that by David.
Here.
That is placement that he might have been looking for on that offside, considering the field that he's got.
Yeah, it's a crack of a shot there by Brevis.
Much better length that Natalie. He pulled it slightly shorter on the first one. There we go, another one slightly shorter. Probably thinking of giving him the single. Ideally, this is what he wanted to do the first ball as well, but it was on the...
Goes through to the offside on this occasion, though.
Temba, I can promise you, Brevis.
Miller makes some room for himself, and that has flown. Easy single for South Africa.
This is a crucial...
1 for 40 in his 3 against the Netherlands at this ground. Was on the...
Just speaking to the curator before the game, he was saying there's a proper black soil pitch, a few cracks, and we...
Assessing out the surface a little bit.
I think with it.
Long way, just because of the purity in the swing is beautiful when he plays. And I must admit, a small little song that I really enjoyed was Temba. And Varun has been solid, and as we say, that's a massive 6 there. Varun keeping it on the stumps, but Miller saying, okay, let me show you how far this can travel. So much harder for the batter. It's almost like you miss, and the LBW and bowl is pretty...
Very nicely played. Yet again, placement so important here. Just a little bit of width. That's the shot he is known for. There's almost that no-look 6. Head down and through the ball.
That's a 50 partnership that between Brevis and Miller.
More of Hardik Pandya. Well, his first over was very good, but we've seen the spinners again go for runs. We've spoken about this on this surface here at this ground. Traditionally, the seamers do better.
There we go, another length ball, keeps it simple. Good fielding by Rinku Singh, as you've come to expect over the years. Comes quickly to the ball.
It's tight bowling this there by Hardik.
Hardik Pandya, well, he's just sized up the conditions well.
It doesn't have to be. If you're on the line, unfortunately, there's no coming back. He can middle it. That's what he can do. He can take the over for 11, and that is wonderfully struck. So after 10, it was looking like it was going to be. Twice now hasn't managed to find the time and picked out the fielder.
He's looking to bowl wide, stay away from the arc of Brevis.
Straight. You can see Brevis is moving across, chips it over that man. Short extra cover, and they'll be back for 2. That's muscled brilliantly. That's pure power. It's wide at a deepish extra cover, so not at the orthodox long off position. And Brevis has hammered that quick enough. And that's why the reason he's trying to hammer it out that wide. The protection's all on the offside, and Brevis is jumping across saying position. It's full toss, and he's dragged that one as well. So this plan is not working. The execution not quite where it needs to be. And Debo Brevis says, thank you very much. It's carved behind square. They should be able to touch and move. No, they decide against the second. Oh, that one's wide. We don't often see that from him. Maybe he got the feeling that Miller was
over straight field. That's through. The rare misfield. The boundaries, sixes beginning to flow here for South Africa. Is exactly what you're saying. He's shown the stumps, and if it's pitched up, he's prepared to go down the ground or over straight.
South Africa definitely have got in to the mind of Varun Chakravarti tonight. Wide on the offside.
And you're right. The confusion has caused him. You've not seen him.
For 15 for him. Same plan. This time it might have worked. He's cut across it. Is it enough? Yes, it is. His heart would have been in his mouth. Debo Brevis. He was in the air again. This time it should be taken. I think it's Abhishek who gathers there. Yes, it is. So it's the back of a length delivery that does for Brevis. The partnership is broken for 97, and that's a huge blow for India. Who's striking well at 46 of 24.
Often seen one wicket leads to another at times. South Africa don't want is to lose Miller at this stage.
Where does the free hit go? Up and over again. Yes, a maximum. 2 free hits for David Miller. 2 out the ground.
That was immaculate from David Miller, and also
almost get the feeling when you come to this ground, guys, that 200 is required.
yeah. South Africa here will need David Miller to bat through to the end, so it actually gives him a good opportunity. Just rotate the strike and bat long, and
that develops. That's dragged across.
Anyone there to check if there's any?
This has been
maintained.
It's wider. That's a good over from him. It should be another single. Yes, it will just be that. So 6 from knocking over Morne Morka with the penultimate delivery to secure a victory. 14 were required of that last over, and he managed to hold his nerve. All India stem and flow. Oh, finesse. We love finesse in this game as well. Brute power, yes, there's plenty of that, but we love finesse.
Especially from David Miller, because we all know the power he has.
Thrower, right hand for everything else, except the batting, so we always get...
He actually utilizes his height to his advantage and makes the bowler vary their length, and he's able to...
That's the width that Stubbs has been after. He's caressed it nasty. Does it get to the fence? No. It will be cut off by Washington Sunga, but that's a good shot from Tristan Stubbs.
He opted to go back to spin now, because just having a look at who's got overs left. Ashtep has got... Straight down the ground he goes. Spin has been expensive today.
Yes, it has been. They've taken after Varun straight away.
Tears worth. There's also been 10 extras for India today. South Africa want to try and take advantage of this over, but instead it's Varun Chakravarti with a wicket. He's done it so many times against South Africa, and here he is again. And he's a pretty clean striker of the ball himself.
Why David Miller would be very
Lay it on a bit thicker there, guys. Come on, I bet you can.
I mean, my last stint was with 2 South Africans. I was finding it hard. I need to get back some.
Brilliant. We've seen it so many times. It's still very difficult, despite the fact you...
Look at that.
It's a normal thing for women. It's called multitasking. Stubbs is still happy to give the strike to Jansen. He is a good ball striker himself. Out to the leg side he goes, but it'll be yet another wicket to see him today. A little bit of pressure built up on Jansen, and in the end, he'll have to walk back. Sonny, it'll be the first time that they are chasing. What have you made? Needed a boundary, South Africa, and it comes off the bat of Bosch.
Yeah, he's a pretty handy bat. He can be a dangerous batter.
What a comeback!
Sunny Bhai and I were watching the game together in the car as we were coming, and Sunny Bhai said England have probably...
Inventive from Bosch. Zimbabwe have had an incredible tournament as well. They've been beaten.
Another Yorker, another dot ball. I mean, can it even get better for someone like Bumrah? Under pressure, they need him to try and strike, and they're in fact asking for the catch there.
Yes, he didn't know, but I think if you have a refer...
Stubbs needs to face as much of the bowling as possible. Excellent by Rinku Singh and Tilak Verma. Given an opportunity to go leg side, went for the catch. Unfortunately for India, it results in 4. Stubbs with his power on display. That is a magnificent hit.
Yeah, Tristan Stubbs waiting for that slower one there.
Tristan Stubbs is giving the Proteas hope against this crucial encounter. He will finish 44 not out. And South Africa... They lost those 3 wickets very early. First time in the power play this tournament, they've lost 3 wickets. But
All these fans here, they're in upwards of 70,000 tonight. They'll be hoping for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, and I think you feel it from the crowd whenever India. So the noise in the Modi Stadium is something worth watching for. Yeah,
And that's what we saw when Robin Uthappa with me. Robin, what do you make of this move? Starting with Makram.
Well, it's always going to happen.
That's up in the air. An opportunity for South Africa. And that's taken. And what a breakthrough early doors. The captain leading from the front. Taking charge, bowling the first over. And batted. The odd ball was... And Abhishek Sharma, in fact, will be... Down the track goes... and they all go up. He's given it. He charged. Yes.
Yeah. Just freeze it there. There's a clear spike as the ball's next to the bat. Chris, you can still have your original decision of out. Stand by.
Lovely shot. Beautifully timed. And a boundary to get off the mark. We've got Themba Bahuma with us in the commentary box. Themba, as did the umpire. He's away. Yes, easing it through the offside. Good start for the captain.
Finessed. This is the second shot.
A very strong square of the wicket on either side. And a swing and a miss. South Africa will know Abhishek Sharma. Again, down the track, he saw him coming. He takes his chances. He lives dangerously early doors.
That by Rabada. Doesn't want to be predictable. Still keeping his length, still trying.
Oh, nicely played. It's gone the distance. Quite deliberate here from Abhishek Sharma.
Well anticipated.
Good line, just following him. When he steps down the track, he likes to give himself room. So, oh, full toss put away.
Ability to really assess the wicket, assess the conditions and bowl accordingly.
There's a slower ball. He foxed him there. Just as he was going towards the ball.
I love a bowler like
good stop, good dive.
to cricket this.
Ball missing it more on the fuller side. Beauty about it, you know.
He's bowling a lot of slow deliveries. Very interesting to see when he does bowl the short ball. The line would be there outside the off stump with the field set. He's got deep point, he's got deep third man, very fine. That's up in the air. It's very high. And what a catch! What a catch that is! Corbin Bosch was underneath it. There were two fielders.
A collapse, or one batter standing out for the team. Washington Sundar.
The top order for both of the teams. Miller and Brevis were wonderful at this stage. Counter punching, getting South Africa holding an attacking field. No issue there. That's well outside the off stump. It was more from square of the wicket. That's nicely bowled. Good pace, good bounce.
Didn't give away anything easy.
Carved away. Brevis should cut that off. Does it comfortably. Just a single. Yeah, the end. Goes for the Yorker. Does Rabada to try and finish the over. Just the two singles. Straight into the sweep shot. Watch the spin. Watch the spin. Oh, he does. And it's just a single.
Well, this is where I think Suryakumar
gets into position. It's the biggest boundary, so he wants him to be trying to hit as many deliveries square when Washington's
2 runs a ball required, and at the moment you can see that it's a little bit less than.
Chakravarti was put under a lot of pressure. Went for his 47 or 48 in his 4 overs.
And they also know Suryakumar is a steady starter against left arm spin before he cuts.
This time he follows him and he gets helped on his way. That's massive. That's the maximum that Washington Sundar was after. Over goes for 11. 40. Oh, he's got him. There's a little feather of an edge, and Corbin Bosch into the attack. Just 2 deliveries, and he's had an impact. 4th wicket down for India.
He has just walked into the crease.
Yeah, a little bit of width. Yeah, they lost. South Africa lost 3 wickets. So South Africa were 20 for 3. India 26 for 3. They've talked a lot about being flexible. So you think in this situation, Shivam Dube gets out. Yeah. When you had a look at the team composition for South Africa, you looked and automatically has to go with that variation and does it so well. Well, 4 as well. Bosch.
And we speak about Surya and why he's been one of the most effective batters for.
That's straight down the ground. They have got Tristan Stubbs back there, so just a single.
No, Polikaka, India gets the area.
There's an example. He knew fine leg was up, so what does he do? The next delivery, he's looking to paddle it, but it's that slow ball, that one that deceives you. It comes out the hand with a bit of dip.
He's bowling beautifully, Lungi, purely because he's not looking at bowling anything up.
He's got a fortunate one. He's Q-ended it, Suryakumar. And once again, it's Corbin Bosch who does the trick for South Africa. I'm not going to comment on the shot he played first ball, but there's his acceleration, there's his innovation, there's his...
On a black soil pitch with a little bit of sprinkling of grass, what made you feel that this will be a slow...
Puzzle pieces being put together there, and the dry nature of it. To the circle, extra protection at mid-wicket. Use of his feet, clips it away to that fielder, just to be the single.
But don't worry about it.
Swings and the top edge will take it away. Marco Jansen managed.
Keshav Maharaj floats this one outside the off stump. Stubbs tries his best, but instead it's over the boundary. Hardik Pandya. Very particular about the field he's set, bowling to the left-hander. Good take by Quinton de Kock.
Reckon we'll.
We've seen here Ahmedabad Stadium.
Power straight down the ground. Picked up the length very early.
How about that for a straight drive? Pitched right in the slot.
South Africa go back to Marco Jansen. Ngingiri's only bowled a couple of overs, a slight.
They had a pretty poor game on the field.
Ball and complete the catch. Good over this from Marco. He's really kept it quiet, using his pace.
Very good from.
Yeah, this will not do from India. We'll have to show a little bit more intent at the.
Timber, you know him well. He's had that off-cutter for quite a long time. Honed those skills within Sri Lanka. I know at the World Cup.
Stand out.
And leg cutter again. He's utilising that.
Can't get underneath that. This is so good from South Africa, from Ngidi. 6 balls to do it. They have also lost 5 wickets. Goes very wide of the crease. It's hanging in the air. Stubbs has another chance. Does brilliantly. Great awareness of the boundary rope. Keshav Maharaj, the previous time he tried that.
This ground, he likes this ground.
Knows he has to go after it straight away. It'll be 2 in the over. Same bowler, same catcher.
Yeah, and that's another one there for the.
This is such good bowling from South Africa.
Keshav Maharaj is going to have 3, and they all fall in the same fashion to Tristan Stubbs. He's had work to do on the boundary.
That's up in the air, that's clean. Now Dube knows he can throw caution to the winds. He has nothing to lose here. And again, clears long on. Consecutive sixes as the 100 comes up.
It's an area where
Swings. You can't.
Yorker.
This one was probably the best of the balls that so far Abada's bowled.
That's up in the air. And put down. David Miller had ample time. And they've tightened the screws on India from the outset. Started with a good move by the captain. Swings, doesn't take the single. Now what India will be worried about after this.
This is good from Bosch. The key for him at the moment is you don't often get the opportunity to practice your death bowling.
They'll get 2.
Yeah, look, again, is not happy. He wanted,
which means someone like a Rinku Singh might have to miss out. India taken straight to Lungi and Giri. A smile on his face. Might have taken him by surprise, but he figures for Jansen as well. Actually, it's a good bowling card for South Africa. Simple catch. So it's all over. 2 wickets and 2 balls for Jansen. He finishes with 4 for 22.